I will talk about you. We all together should meditate. That's it. And we will be clear what we are facing and what should we do.
And we mentioned a lot about the patient in your Zoom. So I still remember the story of the son and the father who in your class that it caught my attention a lot. That the boy was so young and he already had depression, and the dad were there with the son. And yesterday, I heard you ask where the son, and the father say is in emergency room because his thought drive him nuts. He keep talking to himself. I think you deal with a lot of these people in your group, but the question I want to ask is, what lead to this problem? Like not just one person in the family, but from the father to the son, to deal with this anxiety of fear of, like self-thought to suicidal and all this.
I think nowadays scientists can prove that is the vibration from your heart. It can influence around within like few meters.
Yeah.
It really strong vibration can make the influence other people. So depression or anxiety disorder tend to have that problem. Is one person in the family with depression can make another one around with bad feeling, or even in some bad case they got depression or anxiety disorder too. So in our class, we could have a lot of father or mother to overcome the difficulty of the anxiety disorder or depression. And then later on, they told me that their children also have the depression problem or anxiety disorder problem. Then a lot of you can see the mother and the child, or the father and the child is practicing together.
That's right.
in our class. And luckily, because their parent can overcome the symptom of depression, then they can see that from their relative, from their family members, how easy they can overcome the anxious or depressed symptom. Then that's why they join the class. And then almost all of them will be helped to overcome the symptom. But few of them need time. For the child you mentioned, for the boy you mentioned, he had severe depression and anxiety disorder, plus hallucination and self-talk in their mind to ask him to do the bad thing. I don't mention directly, but so I tell the father at the beginning, give me 2-3 months to practice continuously, because the symptom can be reduced a little bit and it back again, but lower than before, and it reduce a little bit more and repeat it again and again with that people. But people with hallucination can be helped very well by being at the present, because hallucination means something that normal people cannot understand, like the FBI come and chase them or something like that. But in reality, we don't have that, just in their mind. So being mindful on the body or on the meditation subject, it helps them to be real here, hand, it face, it heart. So the hallucination can be reduced. That is the real. Just need time. And then a lot of nowadays, especially in Singapore or in Taiwan or in China or in Vietnam, a lot of expectation from family to the kids. So they are so stressful, and even with anxiety disorder or depression. But if they are lucky enough to be mindful 2 sections per day and do it by themselves, the children tend to be recovered fast, very fast within few sections.
That's where I come with the next question of the young generation now. They have a lot of mental health. You know, it's surprising. This group of young people, they start mention about, I'm not feel well and I'm overwhelmed from expectation. Where do you think it come from? And with parents who watching our podcast, what's something you would love them to know and aware of their children mental health?
I think like my son, he is 14 years old right now. He joined my meditation class almost every day, about 20 minutes. And you know, scientists also prove that with that meditation every day for a long time, like few months or a year, it helped the child to be really productive and with really strong concentration. And they can achieve their goals easier than usual and with very strong mental health. So if you want to expect your child with good result from school, I think let's start by ask them or meditate with them, and then to make them with really strong mental health, to be mindful, to be calm, to be relaxed, and with calmness, with the strong concentration, they can achieve their goals much easier compared to before you do that. So also my son recently, we practiced meditation together about 1 year, and I asked them to read book, watch the movie, and do some IELTS test from book without going to school. But with 14 years old, he got without going to school, he got the IELTS test with 7.5 with first time. Simple, easy, without any going to the school, but with concentration and then with calm mind, he can do it well. I mean, in the same way, if he study another issue, it can be done with more simple. And then my son doesn't study much every day, just about 1 hour per day. And then, for example, summer vacation, he can play all day, all time. And then I need to kill his time by practicing golf together right now, for him to kill his time, because he has plenty of free time right now. I mean, so the key is, if you want your child achieve chờ chụp luôn. Ngồi đây cho dễ này, đừng có tôi với ngồi ghế kia. You put your chair here. So for the child, if you want them to achieve better their goals, that let them to meditate first. Meditation can help them calm and more productive and much more smarter than themselves. Compared to themselves, don't compare to with other.
Is that important for parenting to start aware of what you're sharing? Because we just talked about the child mental health, and now let's talk about the parenting.
I don't know other family, what are they doing? But in my family, the most important thing I need to share with children is to meditate. So they can negotiate, they can anything, but about 15 to 20 minutes per day is no negotiation. But luckily, my children, they know the benefit of meditation very well, and then that's why they cooperate with that well. That's why they achieve the educational goals easier than other children. And then, but the big problem happen is if you help them meditate, and then they learn faster and faster, then you need to deal with their free time. They don't need to learn more. They can learn short with good result already. Then you cannot complain them anymore. But so you need to take them to play sport. Otherwise how they spend their time.
Yes.
So that is another issue. But if they practice sport, then sport also help them to do study better.
Yeah.
Then meditation, sport, study, enjoy life combined together. Then they will be very happy, and then they can achieve their goals easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
What is struggling that you have to deal with people in the Zoom that you find it difficult the most, that right now you still try to solve it? Because everybody there have a different symptom of problem that they have in life. So how can you concrete down to support them, and what is struggle that you have inside that you've been solved?
I think like the Buddha, he also take all problem come to one thing, is practice meditation. So even you can see in our class, sometimes someone they are free from the symptom already, but I even didn't know what the symptom, their symptom are. And then later they explain me, oh, I had this symptom, I was maybe abused, or I was raped, or but now I'm okay and I can share that. But what I mean is all of that, of course, I'm learning the psychology right now, and I also learned the master of Buddhism, Buddhist study before. Then, you know, I know the symptom of many symptoms of the sickness, but finally, even we don't know about the symptom, but we practice meditation together and being mindful for one section 45 minutes. Sometimes I forget, I do it 1 hour, and 2 sections per day. Within, you know, 1 week, 10 days, 2 weeks, maybe their symptom has gone already.
Yeah.
So what I mean is, like the Buddha, we take them back, being at present by practicing meditations. With very simple meditation they can do from their home. That even they can go to work and then ask the boss, allow them to be 45 minutes in some corner, they can do that too. So it's very convenient right now that they can do that with online. But after they are free from the symptom, I always suggest them, don't stick with me anymore, let that slot to other people with severe symptom. You guys go to Pao Forest Monastery, that better education there. Here is the place I have the people with severe anxiety disorder or depression. And in Pao Forest Monastery is all for free. In my class, I always tell them, in my class you need to pay. But paying is also really good for the depressed people. They have the responsibility to pay and to join. Some of them, I let them to study for free. It doesn't work. Because they think, oh, Mr. Nghia, all the way there twice a day. So today skip, next day skip. No responsibility. So I tell my assistant, or I tell the practitioner, that is, you have the place that you can practice for free there. Let's go there too.
I really enjoy the love and the care you give to them and the struggling that you say. So why is so easy, but why is so difficult for people to commit? You know, like after they're with you, they know they have a problem, right? They know that meditation is help them. What hold people back?
I think first of many reasons, but first of all, it's quite easy for them to be free from symptom. They think Mr. Nghia will be there and they can come back later. Now I am free from the symptom. I need to go for travel. I need to go for enjoy life first. And then anything happen, I can come back to the class. And I told them, what if I myself die today?
Yeah.
So who have you tomorrow?
Yeah.
So try to practice until you completely free from the symptom. But unfortunately, if you are completely free from the symptom, you still a long way to do to be enlightenment in your life. So need to go to Pa'ao Forest Monastery to practice there. But people in America or in Singapore and in somewhere they said they need to pay bills, but in reality, in Pa'ao Forest Monastery, totally everything for free. Food is for free, electric's for free, staying fee for free, and then they teach everything for free. So let's go there.
The addiction to pain, that's what just this morning I hear, and I love it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask you that.
Yeah.
People addiction to pain. Let's
Yeah.
admit that. Like if you give them a happiness, somehow they try to run back there. With your experience from that, what have you learned from that? And
Many cases, they were treated like people with anxiety disorder or depression. Then they don't have to do anything. But suddenly they are free from the symptom. They need to take responsibility. Yeah. And some case or many cases, they want to be back in the gray zone, like between sickness and heal. They also need to be healed, to be normal, but they still afraid of taking responsibility because too long time they were treated like
they are patient.
Yeah, they are patient. But I think if we can be together few more sections, then they will be okay.
Yeah.
And another issue, big challenge for basically I find like for women, because the husband to be with the anxious and depressed wife too long, basically many cases they have girlfriend outside. That is in our class. The lady is always crying or something like that is because after be free from the symptom of depression, suddenly their mind is clear. They know, oh, husband have girlfriends outside. Then another really huge difficulty for them to face with next to the depression. Then that is not they addicted to the pain, but the pain still stick with them. Then need to practice more. But with those ladies later, they are really strong because they can overcome depression, overcome with their too. And another, what you mentioned about people with addicted to the pain is yes, but some cases with that. And I also feel like not only depression, if people with anxiety disorder or depression, they can overcome their pain fast. why don't they continue to practice meditation more and more? Because they have been anxious or depressed for many years. Suddenly they are free from the symptom. That means the power of being present by practicing meditation and mindfulness is really strong, right? Why don't we continue? That is always my question. Of course, about 20 to 30% in our class, they continue to practice meditation more to the past to be enlightenment. In my class, they join the Pa'ao meditation retreat as I mentioned. But I think the percentage should be higher. People they know the secret, they know the key, how to overcome the difficult mental issue. So that key also can be used to be much better in their life.
This is my personal observation, but I feel like we're not enough good teacher to guide people to go to this meditation journey.
I
Now,
think
what
so.
do you think about it?
As I mentioned, as I said, is for me, if I want to be free from influence the depressed and anxious people, I need to practice meditation a lot and practice metta mean loving kindness and upekkha mean equanimity a lot to not attach to the patient. So to achieve that level, like full absorption concentration, it will be rare in the world for people like me outside with working and practice meditation. A lot of monks, they have that power in Pa'ao Forest Monastery. But like people like me, I think need to practice, I don't know, maybe 1 year, maybe 3 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years, or 20 life,
20 life.
or 200 life, or 2,000 life to achieve full absorption concentration, which is very hard. But to practice meditation like being mindful on the body for a few minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it will be still very easy for even depressed and anxious people.
1,000 steps start from the first one. I think that's what important.
But to help them to overcome the difficulties like depression or anxiety disorder, I think we need a strong, super strong concentration and loving kindness and equanimity, which is the concentration meditation in Buddha teaching. So it's kind of hard to achieve that level. But you know the percentage in our class to be free from the symptom, I'm not sure how much, but at least 90%, 95%. You know that.
Do you encourage all the leaders who run business or even in charge of things outside life right now, they need to start meditation to help their business and their life?
I think anyone in the world, even country leader, company leader, or family, you want to protect your family with being mindful together is the best way to be happy. Not maybe achieving more money or more status or fame, but being mindful is the best way to be happy. Or if you want to harmonize with the people around you, like in family, practice meditation together. It will be the best way to to be together.
You know, your life story make me feel like it's similar like a story from Buddha who are you born with a set of talent. Let's be honest, you know, you consider a genius in Vietnam. You're good with architect, you as the age very young, you success. And then you go to this transformation, you go 1,000 days of meditation and come back with a different set of leadership and mentor mindset and mindfulness and meditation knowledge. For me, with my weakness in the journey as the entrepreneur, I saw a lot of successful entrepreneur men, but yet I don't see them as success. You get what I mean? Like you can feel like the greed and the power and never enough that it stopped them to have more people around. But for you, when you hit that milestone and you transform, it's really turning to a powerful story for young entrepreneur like me. So yet I hear so much about the powerful of meditation, but at the same time, I want another entrepreneur who driven when young in this stage right now, like they chase fame, they chase money, they chase happiness, whatever that the world been telling them is not true. What the message you want to guide them, because I find that a lot of young entrepreneurs struggling right now with the information in the world, you know, what we're watching, what we're learning online, what been telling us is not accurate. And people like you, not just role model for me, but I would love this story to tell them that successful young sometimes can be a gift, but sometimes can be a painful journey, and how can you get back up? I think that point is important. So
True, that's a really good question. I'm an architect in reality. I had and having chance to meet a lot of successful men and ladies, but they are struggling very hard with their suffering in the mental issue, and also they're greedy and they never feel enough. That also very good for them to work hard, but sometimes make them really imbalanced right now. So many successful businessmen all over the world, they combine to balance family and business by practicing meditation. And of course, exercise or playing sport right now. Then I think as soon as they know, they should start to meditate. And I think I'm willing to help the company like that if they want to coach themselves and their staff, their partner to practice meditation, and then it will create the harmonize. It will make the company harmonize well together, and they are very productive. They can achieve their goal, and then also they can balance their life better. Otherwise, like for example, Singapore, maybe 20 years ago, it's much easier to live, cheaper, more relaxed. And later on, as much as we developed, then everything became expensive, harder to live, very competitive. So sometimes, people think more and more money, more development make us more happy, but in reality, sometimes it's opposite. Of course, if we don't have enough money to do some important issue, then it will be problem. But with a lot of money and imbalance in their mental issue, also huge problem too. And then I think the country like Singapore also have the problem with a lot of stressed people will come out, or anxiety or depression, or the life is they feel the life is harder. You know, just compare 20 years ago and now.
So I think what I take away for leader who watching this conversation is it's time for you to start meditation.
I think so.
Yeah.
Time for you to just start meditation, and any time you can do it as much as possible. And then that the benefit of meditation is too clear right now, because the meditation can help us to improve the gray matter in our prefrontal cortex, which is make you plan better, make the decision better. Then as a leader, you need that for your business. Then do it. And then meditation can help us to improve the gray matter at the hippocampus, which is a learning and memory center. So why don't we do that? Nowadays, people facing with the problem is they lose their memory faster, especially after COVID. So why don't we start meditation at soon as possible? Then also the fear center, the amygdala in our mind, gray matter there is reduced. So what happened? All benefit make you to be better leader, better CEO, better workers, better staff. Yeah. Why don't we do that now?
I have a difficult question for you. I hope you don't mind. You know, Vietnamese will always have a mindset man is more important than woman, right? And for men to speak up about this mental health, for me, is very courage. Because now you give example for the young boy who don't feel shy to talk about, you know, men will have a problem too. What your thought about that? Like,
man and woman?
Yes, like for a young boy when they grow up and they don't teach that, oh, boys should don't cry, right? Or boys should don't have this emotional thought, or boys should don't care so much about self-development, you know, would be a man, right? And that's did block a lot of young boy right now. I'm aware that you're in a different environment, but with a young group of team that I've been deal every day, sometimes they come to me and they still talk to me about that. They like, and I tell them all the time, I say, I'm not a man, but I get it. I think you need to look up for a man role model, and they did. So I'm asking this question on behalf of all these young boys who are suffer from close down themselves, don't dare to share with the world, or don't face the reality that we're just human. We all go through the same thing, and we just have to face it.
In genetically,
Yeah.
man is different from women. Of course, that is, even we talk about the quality, but in reality it's different in terms of gene.
Yes.
In genetically,
Yeah.
man is different from women.
Yeah.
Of course, that is, even we talk about the
Yes.
quality,
That's right.
but in reality it's different.
Yeah.
In terms of gene.
Yes. Let's share more about that.
And in terms of practicing meditation, if you can observe many previous lives, then because of some bad karma, you was born as a woman too.
Yes.
That is true. Not. So that's why become a Buddha need a man. But if you wish, you practice meditation or you do good thing, if you wish to be a man in your mind, someday, some life you will be a man. That is the truth. In if you can observe many previous life, then you will know that. That is the story. And you know, if we was born as a man or as a woman, you just accept it. And then what I suggest you is practice meditation and being mindful. And then you will be very clear with yourself. Because being mindful is very good, that you can aware the movement right now, that the breath in or breath out, or mentality mentality or materialities appear, disappear, whatever the meditation subject are you doing right now. But I will not discuss more about the man problem or the female problem, but I will talk about we all together should meditate. That's it, and we will be clear what we are facing and what should we do. And you make decision when your mind is clear, not because you are busy. We are busy with scrolling or social media, internet, or those stuff, and then we make decision. That's why sometimes it take you too long, different way, when you want to go different way. And then being mindful help you be the present at the moment. Then you make decision at that way.
Và lớp thiền của mình là từ 6 giờ đến 6 giờ 45 sáng mỗi ngày và tối từ 8 giờ 45 đến 9 rưỡi tối. Cảm ơn các bạn và hẹn các bạn lại trong các video tiếp theo.